Looks like you're plugged into something. Puppy, you're in the iron lung. Holy shit, dude, you're so cute. Hey, listen to him. God damn it. Hell yeah. You want another one? The crispy burnt bit. Alright, let's try and nail this. Okay, ready? Snoop, sit. Good girl. Let's go 0.5. Messy room reveal. Wow. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah, B word. Good job. You the best. Come kiss. Thank you, Bug. You're so sweet. Hi. Christ. What you need, my love? Do you want to have a cuddle sesh? Should we go cuddle on the bed? Get up there. Go on the bed. Boing, boing. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Nothing? What about this? Yeah. Is it because I'm filming you? Wah, wah. Wah, wah. Oh, sweet Poppy. Some people think it's pretty fucked up that I always say like her full name is Poppy JonBenét Valich. And yeah, it is fucked up because the reason that even came into my mind was first she was named Poppy. She came with the name. Then my brain was thinking Papa John's Pizza, Poppy John, very funny. The person that I was with at the time that we got her also had a brother named John, so it was funny because it was like, yeah, her middle name is after her uncle, you know, like one of those. LOL. And then that was forceful. Let me show you that she actually does give me, you know, come kiss, gentle. Thank you, baby, gentle. Anyways, yeah, Poppy JonBenét, fucked up name, because the way that I'm looking at it is like, she's my perfect little princess, my pageant girl, she's reincarnated, but it's kind of like a beautiful thing. I know it's actually not JonBenét Ramsey reincarnated, because we all know that that's literally Katy Perry JonBenét. Like, let's talk about it. LMAO, one of my favorite conspiracy theories, but all of this is to say that I think it's funny, and it's kind of like a litmus test when I meet people. I don't obviously lead with that, but like if it comes up, I kind of read their reaction, and then from there I can decide kind of like what kind of jokes we're going to be using in the future. Because as you know, you can tailor your stand-up, your tight 10, your tight 5, you can tailor to your audience. So if you giggle at my JonBenét, then we are going there, my guys. Anyways, It's a Saturday. I go see my nephews in 4 days in Pittsburgh. Oh, she can't fucking wait. Oof, this is gonna be crazy. I should not do this. Oh, not with socks on. Socks on. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some yoga right now, and then I'm gonna keep tidying up my apartment because right now it's pretty crazy. The way that my window's fully open and people can just walk past and see me attempting this. Oh, my boobs. Oh my God, that feels good. All right, we're gonna do some more with that later. For now, I'm done procrastinating with this vidya clip. After I show you this painting that I got at a thrift store, and it was one of those where I walk in, I see her and I say, "You're coming home with me." Isn't she perfect? Obviously crazy shadows. Said it was a Hilma af Klint. I have not looked it up to double check. Well, I tried, but it was bringing up another blue-faced lady painting. So if anyone knows the name of this bad boy, drop it below. I'll probably just look it up again later. All right, over for now. TTYL. What a shame that this was like that. Oh, good, it doesn't matter. There's a shadow. Oh, good. Good, I can post the clip on my YouTube video now. Bedhead crew, rise up. Anyway, about to do my yoga, move my body. Got my comfy cozies on to do that. I wanted to real quick just talk about what I'm reading at the moment and then what I'm gonna read next because I'm very excited. I am reading Wintering, Katherine May, The Power of Rest and Retreat in Difficult Times. This has been a book that I've had on a list for a while, and I think it was one of those where it was like, it'll find me when it's time. And I found this copy, I think this is the UK edition. I found this at work, old bookstore, a couple months ago. And I said, yeah, you're coming home with me because I liked this cover. Then my friend died. And then my sister, sorry, that's blunt. But yeah, that's what happened. It was just like a huge rip the rug out from under you moment. In addition to me already going through like dark nights of the soul and like healing a lot of things. So there's a lot going on in my world emotionally. There still is, but wouldn't have it any other way. Would rather feel everything than nothing type of shit. But yeah, so far I am only on page 85, but I enjoy it. It really is beautifully written. It says, wintering is a poignant and comforting meditation on the fallow periods of life, times when we must retreat to care for and repair ourselves. Katherine May thoughtfully shows us how to come through these times with the wisdom of knowing that, like the seasons, our winters and summers are the ebb and flow of life. So it's kind of just a nice perspective type of book where it is beautifully written as well. Very like poetic language, but not overly poetic. It's not like she ain't purple prosing us. But yeah, I've definitely, sorry, I was looking at a passage to see if I wanted to read it, but you need some context for it, so no spoilers. But yeah, I suggest this one. There's also, she has a few books. Another one that I have a picture of on my phone is called, what the hell is it called? I'm picturing the cover. The one in the US is orange. We'll look it up. We'll pop it up on the screen. The word enlightenment keeps, but that's not it. And it's not wintering, and it's not summering. We'll get back to you. I also love that when I sit a certain way, it looks like this plan is sprouting right out of my brain. We love. So yes, enjoying this one. Kind of a slower read. I'm mostly reading this at night before bed. It is, like nonfiction, memoir-esque. So, not like a racing plot, but just a really nice energy to be in before bed. The other one I'm rereading, it's a Stephen King, but it's his memoir on writing. I think this is like the third time maybe I've read through it. I just found this mass market copy and I really liked it, so I picked it up again. Stephen King, lots of stuff to say about that little freak. He is something else. And I've only really read his fiction. I think I've only read Misery. I've seen the movie as well. And then but I haven't read The Shining. I've seen, but haven't read Carrie. I have read half of Christine, and I have some other ones over here. So I haven't read too much of his work actually, but what I have read, I enjoyed. It's Stephen King. You're just like da 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 da. Whoa, you're a fucking freak. I also have seen It, but I didn't read that one. I don't know if I will. That's a freaking chonker. And I hear there's some things that happen in the book that's like, hey, Stephen, what the fuck? You know? But all of that being said, this memoir is just like really good fuel for any writer out there because of the way that he I don't want to say he makes it sound simple. He doesn't simplify it, but like the way that he talks about writing is just like, oh yeah. And like, granted, you do have to take a lot of stuff with a block of salt because he was writing, you know, in the I think like 80s, 70s, 80s. Like he was talking about how you could write a short story for Playboy and get $2,000, and it literally wouldn't even have to be about like boobs. It could just be like a cool science fiction story or some shit, and you get $2,000, which at the time was probably, with inflation, carry the one, basically $1 million per story. But yeah, I just like, he talks about his rejection slips and having like a pin on the wall that he just like adds each rejection slip to. And my friends and I in my writing group just shared a few of our rejection slips. Obviously, they are via email at this point. Mine was from the Yale Review. They didn't want the story I sent them. One of my very first stories I've sent out to any publication. I was aiming really low with the Yale Review, and for some reason I didn't get it. But yeah, it honestly does feel good to just be like, I'm trying. Because that's the fucking hellhole I was stuck in for so long. And I'm still a little bit crawling out of it, but the part where you do the work, you write the stories, you write the essays, you write the reviews, and then you submit it to places. That part. That part. Anyways, we are working on it. My freaking bowl just sitting there this whole time. Yeah. So I'm going to go do my yoga. I'm going to... Oh, we ended... Yeah. Sorry. I'm a little bit distracted. I have 2 cups of coffee in me. But one other thing I want to say about this book, I remember one of the first times I read it, I was reading it on a plane, and he talks about, he got hit by a car. It's basically like low-key the inspo for, probably high-key, the inspo for Misery. Mr. King got hit by a car at some point. Can't remember how old he was. I think it was like, I haven't gotten to the part of it yet, or the part in the book yet. I feel like he was like in his 20s, but I could be absolutely making that shit up. Either way, the way that he describes like the feeling and the pain made me so like have a visceral reaction that I was so lightheaded and like literally had to like breathe through my nose, out through my mouth, like put the book away. And I was like flying by myself too, so I was like, don't fucking pass out on this plane right now. So yeah, he's pretty good at that kind of getting your bones kind of writing, I will say, because he's a freak. All right, I'll stop calling Stephen King a freak, and I'll go do my yoga. Wait, I wanted to do this too. Does this look real? Let me know in the comments below. LMAO. Should I bring this to play with peekaboo with my nephews? Is it upside down? That would be so embarrassing. Yeah, that would be embarrassing. Only if it was upside down. That would be the embarrassing part of what's happening. Okay, bye.